So we're parked just back here, pretty much at the end of this dirt road, gravel road that goes around Holloman. I think it's Lake Holloman, Holloman Lake, and Raptor Lake, which are two evaporation lakes that Holloman Air Force Base, just behind me here, use. This is a spot where a lot of people do car camping, boondocking. Some of the campers that we passed on our way back here seemed like they were, fairly longer term. We're probably going to use this as a campsite for the next couple of nights, maybe. At least tonight, at least just to be out here and enjoy the desert. So this Holloman Air Force Base just over my shoulder there. And in the distance here, not very far, a couple of miles maybe, is White Sands National Park. We're headed there, but we wanted to scout out this area so that when we roll in here after sunset and it's dark, we know what we're looking at. We know where we need to be. I don't think we'll come this far back. We're probably only a mile from the entrance, just off the highway there that runs between Alamogordo and Las Cruces. It's probably only maybe a mile walking, but maybe a couple miles as we come around these two evaporation lakes to get back to this destination. And it's possible you can continue this road around, but it seemed we came around the lakes counterclockwise. It seemed like if you went clockwise, it was gated off. Yeah, so this sign on the cattle gate here says private property, so I'm going to assume that's a standing order. To the west of us here, the San Andreas mountain range. Looking north, there's Holloman Air Force Base. There's Goldmember there at the distance. In the distance, Luna's out here sniffing for rattlesnakes and Gila monsters. To the east, this is the Sacramento Mountains. Up there toward the top somewhere is Cloudcroft, which is where we were just before we came down to Alamogordo. And then looking southeast toward Carlsbad. South toward... I could probably look at a map and figure this out really easily, but that's going to be Las Cruces and El Paso. Las Cruces on the New Mexico side, El Paso on the Texas side, and beyond that, Juarez, Mexico. More or less in this general direction. All three of those cities I just named are all just one giant metro area, more or less, to the pedestrian eye anyway. And here we are. I'm going to spend a second, just give a 360 and be very quiet because I want you to hear how silent it is out here. It's really beautiful. It's very, very beautiful in a way that it's hard to describe. It's dusty, it's dirty. If it's not dirty, it's sandy. It's arid, it's dry. You can see that there's not like the sort of lush green vegetation that you would associate with a wetter, more tropical climate, obviously. But it's still remarkable how much plant life that there is out here. And all of this plant life and all of the animals that live out here that we can't see but are definitely out here. Large and small. I'm sure there's some sort of horned animal. I can't think of what they're called. Some sort of bok. And all the way down to lizards and things that are probably too small to even see. All that stuff is adapted to live in this environment, which is a remarkable thing all on its own. And we've got a jet taking off here. Probably not going to be able to zoom in on this to show you, but you'll be able to hear the sound. With the exception of those jets taking off, it's really quiet. I mean, it's and a little bit of highway noise off in the distance there. 2 jets taking off here. With the exception of those intermittent sounds, it's let me tell you this. if you want to come someplace and have some silence and some solitude and some space to think, you will be with your thoughts out here. I can tell you that just from the few minutes that we've been out of the vehicle with the engine off. So we're gonna hang out here for a minute, but we're probably headed to White Sands just because why wouldn't we hang out there maybe till sunset, maybe do a little bit more walking, and head back here this evening for our night in the desert.